I would like to simply thank you for coming today, and a big thank you on behalf of Susanna and me for your participation and contribution during these 2 weeks. It was a record turnout, and we were certainly impressed by the amount of energy and enthusiasm created by most of our participants. During the first week, we had some difficulties with the number of participants. There were more than 500 applications for the course, so we are already in the works to create another similar learning event. And we want to invite you to recommend it to your colleagues if you liked it. Now, as for the tool we're supposed to use today in this video conference, it's available in our new eTwinning Live, so you can use it in your projects whenever you want. And the main topic for today is actually video conferences in schools. What is a video conference? It's a tool that we use if we want to join people who are thousands of kilometers far away from each other and to have meeting or teaching at the same moment. Students can see or hear each other, which is very important because they get the feedback they need, and they really like and enjoy talking to other pupils from different countries. Now, that way we can use video cameras, monitors, projectors, microphones and speakers in real time. And of course the most important area in which it is very important is the area of education we are all interested in. What are the advantages of using video conferences in education? Well, first of all, no need for traveling, then no additional expenses, and there is visual communication between teachers and students. There are lots of ideas, and there is a big amount of knowledge that is being shared between all the participants, among the participants. And they are all involved in mutual projects. And the development of communication and organizational skills is really good. Now, it's very simple access to knowledge, and meeting other students and learning about new countries and cultures. Sometimes it leads to gaining long-term friendships, and all of these things are extremely important for us. What do you need to make a video call or to make a video conference call? You need a partner school. Of course, you want to have someone to talk to. Then you need a computer, a webcam, the thing that did not work in today's video conference call, and a microphone and speakers. Your internet access should be reliable from the beginning to the end of the meeting, unless you want the same thing to happen as it did today. Adobe Connect is not the only tool you can use. There is always Skype, but of course it is integrated into eTwinning Live, then the tool, the Adobe, can be used of course directly from eTwinning Live, which is very convenient and very easy to use. Now, how to find partner schools and how to get to know people, or how to make students be more involved in video conferences. Well, first of all, you will use Skype, Facebook, Twitter, MSN or ePals, Global Getaway, but I would say that the first thing to where to look is eTwinning website. You can always use search forums, and according to the age of your pupils or according to your interests, you can find partners there for your future video conference. Video conference is a great tool as a part of the eTwinning project, which means that it's not necessarily the only thing that we will be using during an eTwinning project, but it's a good thing, it's a good tool for not only planning but also for the conferences that will be a part of your follow-up of your project. So you can discuss your results, your outcomes, and everything you created during your eTwinning project. Now, if we want to have video conference call, we of course have to prepare. Now, what does it really mean that we want to prepare for a video conference? You have to choose a theme of a video conference. For example, your project theme or a certain theme that you will be using, no matter if you used it as a theme of your project, meaning it can be New Year in your country, World War today, conversation about your school. But a teacher needs to prepare a detailed plan of video conference. So who will talk first, who will present part of the project that you want to discuss during your video conference. Sometimes it can be that you want to sing songs. You have to be especially careful with sending a very big amount of data at the same time, because it will definitely then your internet connection will definitely be slow and your video will freeze and you will have difficulties with your audio. So it's wise to send all the data you want to show beforehand in advance, so that all the participants have it offline, so that you don't experience any difficulties during the video conference call. Now, no matter how well you prepare, sometimes you can't do much with the internet connection, with the internet speed, or with some difficulties that may emerge on the day of the video conference call. It's really no big deal. You can always have another one, and whenever you discuss and whenever you agree on that with your partners. But it is very important to know that technical difficulties are really a part of every video conference, and sometimes you can't get clear sound, sometimes the video is very bad or it's freezing all the time. It's very important to be patient and of course to have some help from your maybe IT teacher or some colleague who is good with technical things and so on. Now, in the PowerPoint presentation I'm looking at right now, you can see examples of good practice, but I'm sure Susanna will tell you a bit more about it, or at least she will write a note below the PowerPoint presentation so that you can send her an email and she will explain more in detail. Now, I joined one of the projects where we used video conference calls a lot, and it's Europe through video conferences. And the aim of that project is to connect students of as much of the world's schools as possible through video conferences. Another aim was to learn about school systems and other countries, and about everyday life of students in different countries who are not the same age. Now, sometimes the culture itself was interesting, because you will see in the presentation that we had participants from the USA, from France, from China, from Canada. So it's really, they live in different countries and they have to learn a lot about the cultures they live in. It's an extraordinary event for every child, for every pupil, and sometimes it leads to even stronger connection between pupils from both sides of the wire. It often leads to mutual projects, visits, and even year-long friendships after pupils have already left the school. Now, only with the use of IC technology we can accomplish all of the above-mentioned goals without the expenses for travel and accommodation. So that's basically it. I hope you had a good time during this meeting and during the last 12 days. And if you're interested in video conferencing, or if you're interested in any project at all, I've seen more than 35 of your ideas in the Tricider, and there are more than 700 visits and 280 people contributed to it. So we can just say that we are always interested for new projects, and not only for eTwinning but also KA1 and KA2 projects within Erasmus+. And he can always send us an email and we can discuss new opportunities and new projects. Thank you again for coming today, and so sorry for the technical issues we had, and have a great rest of the day, and have a great weekend if you can't make it tomorrow. See you, and thank you again for coming today.